Hi everyone, hope you've had a lovely Easter weekend. So this week would have been the first week of our Easter holidays, but I thought just in case you still wanted a bit of structure to your day or just wanted a couple of quick activities to fill some of the day, I'd still show you a few things this week. So the first one is a number activity, and we're outside and we've made a giant 10 frame. So we use 10 frames a lot in school because they're a really great visual way of children seeing the numbers. And what we're going to do with the 10 frame today is we're going to make different number equations to 10. So we're going to see how many different ways we can make 10. So you can start by making a big 10 frame, and we've just done it using really big sticks. And then you're going to need something to be your counters. So we've used teddies. And so that we've got two different groups of teddies, we've done it so that we've got pink teddies and then non-pink teddies. But again, you don't have to use teddies. If you've got cars, you could use cars, or any kind of big item that you could use as counters. And the way in which we did it is we started with the pink teddies. So we lined all the pink teddies out on the 10 frame. I'll just quickly show you now. So I've put all the pink teddies out on the 10 frame, and then what I do to form the equation is I'd say, right, how many pink teddies there are. We'd count the pink teddies and say that there are 10 pink teddies. How many of the other teddies are there? There's 0 of the other teddies. And then we'd come over, and we've been using chalk, and we'd write the equation 10 add 0 is equal to 10. Then I'd say, right, we're going to take away one of the pink teddies and put in one of the other teddies. And then we'd say, right, how many pink teddies are there? So there are 9 pink teddies now. How many of the other teddies are there? There are 1. So then we'd write the equation 9 add 1 is equal to 10. And then we'd continue, so we'd take another pink teddy and swap it with one of the other teddies, and then we just do it again. How many pink teddies are there? So there are 8 pink teddies now. How many of the other teddies are there? There are 2. So 8 add 2 is equal to 10. If you've not got teddies or wanted to do it a different way, then you could do it using drawing a 10 frame and using some smaller items as counters. So over here I've got shreddies and I've got cornflakes and I've got my drawn 10 frame, and you can just do exactly the same concept. So I might start with 10 of the shreddies. So I've got 10 shreddies and 0 cornflakes. So then I'd write down the equation 10 add 0 is equal to 10. And then what I've done is I've swapped one of the shreddies for a cornflake so that we can now see there are 9 shreddies and 1 cornflake. So then we'd write 9 add 1 is equal to 10. And then you just keep getting your child to swap different shreddies for the cornflakes and write out the different equations. And it's just a nice way of seeing how many different ways you can make 10, so finding your number bonds to 10. Then the next little activity I call High Five Tricky Words. And what I've done is I've drawn around my little girl's hand, and we've done a few of the handprints. And then on each of the handprints we've written down different tricky words. So tricky words are the ones that they can't sound out. So for example, this tricky word here, he, if your child was to sound it out, they'd say h, ha. And we know that it's he. So it's a tricky word because the makes an e sound here. So we've written down, I think we've got 6 tricky words here. We've got he, we've got no, we've got all, we've got you, we've got what, and we've got they. And what we're going to do with these is I'm going to stick them up with blue tack around the garden, like on the fence, on the wall, on the tree. And then what she's going to have to do is run around the garden and high five the words. And as she high fives the words, she's got to then say the tricky word. So you could do this outside or you could do this inside. It might be nice to do inside as well and then keep it up for like a week or so and see if they can get really quick at saying those tricky words.